Hello, my name is this Rolling Virtual Cards, and this is the most perfect open world games of the last 5 years ranked by game. Let's just take a look at see what they think the most perfect games are. I haven't seen the list before, just thought we can go through it for fun. Uh, some very strong open world games being Elden Ring, Tears of the Kingdom, Marvel, Spider-Man 2, Valhalla, Valheim. Quality, excellent gameplay loops, innovations. They're very close to achieving just that. On the top of the games, mentioned already, we're ranked for something like God of War Ragnarok, although it's absolute legendary game that came out last 4 years, wouldn't qualify due to its limitations. A few other notable mentions that have become popular recently include Satisfaction, Schedule 1, and Mountain Blade Bannerlord, but enough about those. Let's get into the ones. Find all 10 pairs. Let's see. Right off the bat, they've got Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. So, I'll tell you right now, any Yakuza game definitely deserves to be on this list. Hands down. Yakuza is just such an amazing game series. Each game has so much you can do with it, and Infinite Wealth is no different. Now, does Infinite Wealth take the game series that we know and love and turn it to a turn-based RPG? Yes. Is that a downside? I don't think so. I think after getting 6 full games of Kiryu beating the crap out of people with, well, 7 games if you include 0 of Kiryu beating the crap out of people with a beat-em-up gameplay style, getting a new style of gameplay was totally worth it with the new protagonist. And Infinite Wealth is supposedly an amazing game. I have yet to play it. I like to play games in order. Kind of. I played 0 first. But I am playing through these games. I'm taking my time. I'm enjoying it. But there is something great about the Like a Dragon series, which is the vast amount of open world you have here, right? Not only is it like, here's this great story, but you also get an amazing deep world that you can dive into little like mini games, and each mini game is very in depth, and you can get really good at each one, which is exactly what you want in an open world game. Horizon Forbidden West. I've played a lot of Zero Dawn. Not all of it, but I have played a lot of it. Forbidden West is another one that just looks really good. These games are so weird. They're such a underrated game series, I would say. I think both are super worth playing from what I can tell. And I really enjoyed what I played of the first one. I personally have always had issues with open world games because I was bad at playing them, right? I get lost in the open world, get sucked in to that world and never accomplish anything, which, to be fair, is not a wrong way to play it. It's a wrong way to play it if you want to play other games. I've learned in the past year and a half to focus on the main story and do a lot of the side stuff along the way. So I'm allowed to get lost. I just try to manage my time properly so that I can get to other games. And Horizon Forbidden West looks like the Horizon Zero Dawn, but just blown up in proportionate to that. And I'd love to try it out. Let me beat Dawn first. If you've played Forbidden West, let me know. Is it as good as Dawn? Is it better? And would you consider them both like underdog games, like hidden gems that people just kind of forgot about when they came out? Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Yes, this is another one I can't wait to play. I want to play the first one. This one looks great. I've got a coworker who absolutely loves these games. He loves the immersion these games give. And that's exactly what Kingdom Comes Deliverance 2 is. It is, like it says here, a downright medieval simulation. It gives you that realistic gameplay that you might be looking for. This is not your high fantasy RPG. This is your realistic medieval game. It takes place in medieval times. You're a knight, and that's the game. But the world is huge. There's a lot of travel in it. It's constantly putting you at challenges that would just not be a challenge in other games, because there is no magic system or quick heals or all that stuff, and it looks really interesting for that. Now, it's not a game for everyone, most definitely not. I find that like a Dragon is not for everyone if you don't like the humor. The humor is very Japanese, and the Forbidden games, if you don't like stealth, I've seen that you don't have to play them stealth, but they do really push stealth in a lot of ways. The Kingdom Come Deliverance is not for you if you're looking for a magical fantasy world. You're not going to get that out of here. You're going to get a very slow, methodical simulation game. But still a very large open world where you can do a lot of things. Valheim, yes. Valheim is interesting. So Valheim is taking that open world survival to the next level. You can craft, you can build settlements, you can just live your life in this world, and it is a game designed to just live forever. You can just go back into it and keep playing it over and over, and just keep on keeping on, like they say here, Minecraft and Terraria, where it's very real. It's very realistic, like your Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, but you're getting a different feel, because instead of a story that you're trying to play through, you're just trying to survive. That is the entire point, just survival, and it's interesting in that way. But being survival and an open world is also interesting. You can just adventure around to your heart's content, most likely ending in your death, but being a Viking warrior, having all that fun stuff, it's really cool and interesting and super satisfying. My same friend who likes Kingdom Come Deliverance loves Valheim, and I know a lot of people who got into Valheim, people who love this survival craft stuff. Forza Horizon 5, yes, this is absolutely huge, large world, and if you like racing games, you'll love the Forza Horizon game. They're so much fun, and honestly, even if you don't like racing games, if you just like large maps where you can just drive, that's this. These maps are like somewhat shrunk down versions of real locations usually, and they're getting closer and closer to being like real life size, just slightly scaled down. I'm waiting for the day where it's like not even scaled down. And it's so cool to just drive to your next destination and just enjoy it. And it kind of gives you that feeling. Yes, you can fast travel in these games, but you don't have to. But it gives you that choice, and that's what makes a good open world game. Choice, right? Choosing to either fast travel to the next location or take your time, right? Even going all the way back to games like Skyrim, being able to traverse to the next town or take the wagon was up to you. The wagon was surely faster, but was it the way you wanted to take? You also missed a lot of things along the way. You could traverse it on foot. You could traverse it on horse as well if you had the money. But on horse, get off and go check stuff and come back to your horse and get back on. Which way was the best way? Eventually, fast traveling kind of became the option you did. You're like, I already took the travel that way. Like, I'm at Whiterun. I want to go to Winterhold. I've already been to Winterhold. I've taken the track that way, so I can just fast travel. That's fine. But there's so many different choices there, right? And that's what these games give you. Like Forza Horizon 5, you can fast travel to where you want to go. continue going to the next race or going to the area you want to drive in, or you can just drive there and experience the game, the world. Marvel Spider-Man 2, that's fair. I'll give you that. I mean, it's the last 5 years, right? And Marvel Spider-Man 2, as short of a game as it's touted to be, seems like a very concise open world. And from what I've been told, it is an absolutely amazing feeling game. The game just feels top-notch. It feels like you're playing through this Spider-Man game. Like, you are Peter, you are Miles, flinging yourself around this map. And that's all you need. All you need is to fling yourself around the map as a Spider-Man and have fun. And honestly, if I could get any Spider-Man game, it'd be Into the Spider-Verse style game where you can choose between all the Spider-Men and women. Just to fling yourself around as any of them would be so cool. Have them all fly just slightly differently. But having this and the swinging and the momentum and the feel like perfect, it's so cool. And there's so much to do. This is like, again, this is a different style open world game. Instead of it being huge, like this one's smaller. It's just a city, right? But it's a very in-depth city. That in-depth city has so many little collectibles because it's an open world with a lot of collectibles, and that's what's lovable. It's so fun. You want to collect that stuff. It's why you're playing this game. Go ahead and fly around and collect it, and that's why they focus so much on the movement, because if the movement's fun, the collecting is fun. Tears of the Kingdom. And yet again, another example of a different style of open world game. This one is all about the exploration, right? Whereas a lot of these other ones were about experience the world, or the movement, or the surrealism, the survival, the everything you can do in it, in this town. Tears of the Kingdom is specifically about the sandbox. It's about this adventure, this exploration, going into these like caves and finding these little frogs these little large frogs to get bubbles from, these using your powers to make weird crafts to just adventure around this world and see what it holds. It's an adventure game first and an action game second, but the action's still there. You're still constantly fighting things, still taking enemies out to get better weapons, to get better material or more materials. It's such an interesting feeling game when you play it. It's not Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild is more like your Skyrim, right? It's more like your Kingdom Come Deliverance, where the point is to enjoy the story, to enjoy this world, to experience the world. You're not trying to experience the world anymore in Tears of the Kingdom. You're trying to adventure in this world and like explore it, the depths of it. You have 3 levels to the different worlds, to this world that you can explore, and it's like experience and exploring are so close to each other, but they're slightly different. Where like Breath of the Wild, you're like experiencing getting like finding this stable, getting a horse in the field and bringing the horse over and like, yep, let's rent the horse, and now let's not rent the horse, let's name the horse and stable it up, and now I can get the horse at any stable and let's ride it to the next place. Oh, that's a cool thing, let me go get that. Whereas Tears of the Kingdom is like, well, you've done that before, so what can you do now? Well, here's a cool ability that allows you to make a bike that you can just fly over everything and just go, oh, what's that? Let's go there. Let's go over here. Let's check this place over here. Oh, here's a thing. Let's dive into there. Let's dive over here. Let's go to this place. And you're just diving in and out to all these different little random locations all over the place. And it makes it so uniquely different because you're not experiencing this world anymore. You've already experienced it with Breath of the Wild. You are now exploring it more in depth than ever before. Elden Ring. Elden Ring is most definitely an open world game for people who like to be confused. Because this game doesn't hold your hand. It is a game where you need to not only survive the massive monsters that come out of nowhere, like dragons and other elder beasts, you also need to learn how the level mechanic works. Whether that is to power up, like increase the power of the weapon you're using, be it melee or ranged, or the magic you're using, which is a completely random system that if you're not using a guide, you have to explore. You have to explore an Elden Ring. You're not experiencing just like this world like in Breath of the Wild back in the day, or in some of the other games on this list, right? It's not, oh yeah, let's go for this nice experience. No, this is an exploration game. You have to find every nook and cranny, pick up every item, talk to every last thing, attack every last bush to find the most weird, obtuse little details that'll then tell you, oh yeah, magic is done by going down this little like staircase and defeating this pot boss, so you can go talk to this man and he'll give you magical powers, 3 new spells, and you can get another spell if you at the high noon you go to this path and you see this caravan, and you take out the caravan. Inside the chest, guarded by a giant who was chained up, is another spell. Like, it's all over the place. Oh, you want a okay wand or a magic rod at the beginning of the game? Well, the only place you can do that for is to go to this red area that everyone says not to go to, and you can get this cool wand over there because you wandered over there trying to find a wand that would, or rod that would do anything for your magic, and you found it. You died a bunch of times, but you did find it. It's so all over the place, and you're constantly dying and trying to find new things and just exploring and trying to learn things, and you need the time to do it. If you don't have the time, use a guide. And I don't think there's anything wrong with using a guide for any game. It's a fine way to explore it. Some people really just need to be at Disneyland and not in the middle of the woods. I prefer Disneyland anyway. But that's what this game is. This game is like an open world love letter where the whole point is go explore, look at everything. You'll find your way eventually. And you will. You'll stumble upon something and you'll find it. You'll get frustrated that you can't find the next place until you do find it, because you're talking to everything and you're doing everything. And maybe you're writing notes down along the way. Or you have an interactive map open on the other screen, and you're using that to help you find your way. So, yeah. Those are the, according to Game Rant and Story by, I'm not even going to try to pronounce their name here. You guys can see it, I'll highlight it. This is their perfect open world games in the last 5, most perfect. So let me know what you guys think, if you guys agree with this list here, or what you guys, if they're missing any games, if in the last 5 years they were missing some games that should have been added to them. If I had to think of any that off the top of my head, I would be thinking stuff like, I know some people like Death Stranding 2, other people like the Final Fantasy 7 remakes. Like I said, any of the Yakuza games could have been here. Like I think Infinite Wealth was just like their choice of this one, and the Ghost games are fantastic. And as a Nintendo fanboy, I love Mario Kart World. I think its open world is fantastic and super fun to play through. And I also love Legends Arceus, however you want to pronounce that, and ZA from last year. I love playing that game whenever I can. And technically, it's this game. This one came out a week ago, so it's past the last 5 years. But Cyberpunk is always fun. I think it holds up to this point. So, and definitely not on anyone's list, but I still enjoy playing Starfield. But I just like that setting. There's nothing to do with the game being good or bad. That's just another one of those immersive games that if you like this setting, you'll probably just enjoy playing it. If you don't like the setting, it's not for you. But let me know what you guys think, and if there's any other games that you think should have been mentioned, and what your favorite open world game was of the last like 5 years. Like, let's just do of the 2020s.